Have you ever wondered why your legs feel weaker each year, even though you stay active? Michael Turner, a 68-year-old from Texas, thought it was just part of getting older until he discovered the truth. Recent studies show that more than 70% of Americans over 60 lose leg strength not because of aging, but because of silent deficiencies in three key vitamins that slowly weaken muscles and nerves during sleep. When that happens, simple things like standing up, climbing stairs, or keeping balance become a daily struggle. I eat healthy and walk every morning, Michael says, but my legs just don't feel steady anymore. What if the real cause isn't your age, but something your body is missing at night? In today's video, we'll reveal 3 essential vitamins that naturally restore leg strength, improve balance, and bring back confidence with every step. Before we begin, leave a comment telling us where you're watching from, your age, and the vitamins you currently take. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more trustworthy health advice designed for Americans over 50. 1. Vitamin B12, the nerve connection between your brain and legs. Vitamin B12 is one of the most important nutrients for the human nervous and muscular systems, especially for adults over 60. Its role goes far beyond energy production. It's essential for protecting the nerves, supporting muscle coordination, and keeping your legs strong and steady. When B12 levels drop, the communication between your brain and muscles becomes disrupted. Like an electrical wire with a cracked coating, signals move more slowly or get lost altogether. The result? Tingling, weakness, leg tremors, or balance problems. Many people assume this is due to aging or joint issues, but in truth, these are signs of nerve damage caused by long-term vitamin B12 deficiency. According to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, over 40% of Americans over 60 have low or borderline B12 levels without realizing it. The reason isn't poor diet. It's poor absorption. In younger people, the stomach produces enough hydrochloric acid to release B12 from proteins in food, but after age 50 or 60, acid production drops dramatically, making it harder to absorb vitamin B12, even from a healthy diet. Certain common medications like omeprazole for acid reflux and metformin for diabetes also block B12 absorption. When B12 runs low, nerve cells can no longer regenerate properly. The myelin sheath, the protective layer around your nerves, begins to thin. As that happens, electrical impulses between the brain and muscles slow down, reflexes weaken, and coordination declines. People often describe the sensation as if their legs don't listen, or that they're walking on cotton. It may start as mild tingling in the toes, but gradually spreads upward, making walking or standing increasingly difficult. One common but often overlooked issue is subclinical B12 deficiency, when blood tests appear normal, yet nerve damage has already begun. If left untreated, this can progress to peripheral neuropathy, causing long-term muscle weakness. That's why doctors recommend older adults get their B12 levels checked regularly, even if they don't show clear symptoms. B12 also plays a major role in red blood cell formation and oxygen transport. When levels are low, the body produces fewer healthy red blood cells, reducing oxygen delivery to muscles. This leads to fatigue, muscle soreness, and slower recovery after even light activity. Over time, the lack of oxygen makes the legs feel heavy, tired, and unstable. Prolonged B12 deficiency doesn't just affect movement, it can also impair memory, mood, and sleep. Clinical research shows that replenishing B12 can significantly restore nerve and muscle function. The most effective form for older adults is methylcobalamin, the active form of B12 that your body can use immediately. Unlike cyanocobalamin, the synthetic version found in many multivitamins, methylcobalamin doesn't need to be converted by the liver. For best results, experts recommend sublingual tablets, which dissolve under the tongue and go directly into the bloodstream, bypassing the digestive system. Clinical trials have shown that within 10 to 14 days, people with low B12 levels begin noticing changes. Their feet feel warmer, numbness decreases, and balance improves. After 6 weeks of consistent use, leg strength increases, reflexes become quicker, and walking feels more stable. A Tufts University study found that older adults who maintained healthy B12 levels reduced their fall risk by 60% and improved nerve reaction speed by more than 25%. Another 2017 study published in the Journal of Neurology reported that people with low B12 were nearly 3 times more likely to experience balance problems than those with normal levels. Timing also matters. Taking B12 at night before bed is the most effective because the nervous system regenerates during sleep. While you rest, your body repairs the myelin sheath around your nerves and resets the brain-muscle communication network. Having enough B12 in your bloodstream at this time allows your nerves to rebuild correctly. Without it, the recovery process slows down and weakness continues. Unlike caffeine or stimulants, B12 does not interfere with sleep. In fact, many seniors report deeper, more restful sleep after taking it at night because their nervous system becomes calmer and muscle twitching decreases. This is why many doctors encourage older adults to make nighttime B12 supplementation part of their recovery routine. A real-world example is Michael Turner, a 68-year-old from Texas. For years, he struggled with unsteady legs and mild trembling when climbing stairs. After a simple blood test confirmed a severe B12 deficiency, his doctor prescribed methylcobalamin sublingual tablets every evening. Within 3 weeks, the difference was remarkable. "I don't feel wobbly anymore," Michael said. "My legs are stronger, and I actually sleep better. It feels like my body is connected again." Beyond restoring nerve health, the B12 also boosts cellular energy production, supports heart function, and enhances mental clarity. A study from the National Institute on Aging found that adults with stable B12 levels not only had better muscle performance, but also sharper memory and improved focus. Chronic B12 deficiency, on the other hand, is linked to mood swings, anxiety, and mild depression, all rooted in the brain's reduced ability to communicate effectively. In summary, vitamin B12 is the critical link between the brain and the body. Without it, your nervous system can't send clear signals, and every movement becomes harder. Taking the right form, at the right dose, and at the right time helps restore this connection naturally. It strengthens reflexes, improves balance, and brings back the natural power of your legs. B12 isn't a miracle drug, it's the science of repair. When the body receives what it truly needs, it heals itself. And when that happens, the legs, symbols of independence and freedom, once again become the strong foundation that carries you confidently through life's later years. 2. Vitamin D3 and K2, the nighttime duo that rebuilds strength and stability. Vitamin B12 restores the nerve connection between the brain and the legs, but nerves alone can't keep you standing strong. Muscles and bones form the foundation that carries you forward every day, and for that foundation to remain firm after 60, two nutrients must work hand in hand: vitamin D3 and vitamin K2. They're often overlooked, yet together they form one of the most powerful combinations for restoring leg strength, improving balance, and protecting your joints and circulation. Vitamin D3, the strength builder. hidden in plain sight. Most people recognize vitamin D3 as the sunshine vitamin. It's produced naturally when sunlight hits your skin, playing a role in calcium absorption and bone health. But recent research has revealed something far more important. D3 directly activates the genes responsible for muscle growth, repair, and strength. Starting around age 60, the body's ability to rebuild muscle fibers slows down significantly. Simple activities like walking or climbing stairs begin to feel harder. You might wake up stiff or notice that your legs tire more quickly. When vitamin D3 levels are low, this decline accelerates. The body struggles to synthesize new muscle proteins, and the micro tears that form during daily movement take longer to heal. According to a 2020 study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, older adults with low vitamin D3 levels were 34% more likely to experience falls and 19% weaker in leg strength compared to those who had optimal levels. The same study found that supplementing with D3 before bedtime not only improved muscle performance, but also reduced nighttime pain and inflammation. Why before bed? Because muscle repair happens during deep sleep, when growth hormone peaks and the body shifts into recovery mode. Vitamin D3 plays a key role in this process. It helps convert amino acids from food into new muscle fibers. Taking it in the evening ensures D3 is present when your body needs it most. But the benefits of D3 go beyond muscle tissue. It also reduces chronic inflammation, a common cause of pain in the thighs, calves, and knees. Persistent, low-level inflammation weakens muscle fibers and stiffens connective tissue. D3 helps switch off these inflammatory signals, allowing muscles to relax and recover overnight. Unfortunately, sunlight alone isn't enough for most older adults. After age 60, your skin produces up to 75% less vitamin D3 from the same amount of sun exposure. And for those who live in northern states or spend most of their time indoors, the deficit becomes even greater. This is why daily supplementation, especially at night, becomes essential. Experts generally recommend 2,000 to 4,000 IU of D3 per day, though the exact dose should depend on your blood levels. Pairing it with a small amount of healthy fat, like a spoonful of avocado or almond milk, helps your body absorb it more efficiently. Within a few weeks of consistent nighttime use, most people notice tangible results: improved balance, fewer nighttime leg cramps, and stronger endurance when standing or walking. Vitamin K2, the calcium traffic controller. If vitamin D3 helps the body absorb calcium, vitamin K2 decides where that calcium goes. This is a crucial difference that most people never hear about. Without enough K2, calcium can end up in the wrong places, like arteries, joints, and soft tissues, where it hardens and causes stiffness. But when K2 levels are sufficient, calcium is guided into bones and teeth, where it truly belongs. K2's role is especially important for older adults. Over time, calcium misplacement leads to arterial calcification, joint stiffness, and brittle bones. These changes make the legs feel weak and unstable, not because the muscles are gone, but because the supporting framework beneath them has become rigid. A 2021 clinical trial published in Nutrients found that seniors who took vitamin K2 daily experienced a 21% increase in quadriceps strength and a 31% improvement in balance within 8 weeks. The results were even more significant for participants who took it before bed, aligning with the body's natural bone rebuilding rhythm at night. K2 also supports muscle metabolism. It helps your muscles use glucose more efficiently, turning it into energy instead of letting it accumulate in the bloodstream. For older adults with prediabetes or slow circulation, this translates to better stamina, fewer cramps, and less morning stiffness. Unfortunately, K2 is one of the rarest nutrients in modern diets. It's found mainly in aged cheeses, grass-fed meats, and fermented foods like natto, items that most Americans rarely eat. That's why supplementation is often necessary. The most effective and stable form is MK7, which stays active in the body much longer than older forms like MK4. When taken alongside D3, MK7 ensures that calcium absorbed through the intestines ends up strengthening bones instead of clogging arteries. This partnership is crucial. D3 opens the door for calcium to enter the bloodstream, while K2 shows it where to go. Without K2, D3 supplementation alone can sometimes backfire, leading to joint stiffness or unwanted calcification. The power of the D3 plus K2 combination. Think of D3 and K2 as a perfectly coordinated team, one building muscle and the other reinforcing the skeletal structure beneath it. Separately, each vitamin has powerful effects. Together, they create synergy that transforms the way the body repairs itself at night. Here's what happens when both are taken before sleep. Muscle protein synthesis accelerates, helping legs recover from daily activity. Inflammation decreases, reducing soreness and stiffness. Calcium is redirected into bones instead of joints or arteries. Balance and coordination improve as both muscles and bones regain stability. Over several weeks, this combination can produce noticeable improvements. Seniors who follow a consistent nighttime regimen report feeling lighter on their feet, sleeping more soundly, and waking up without the morning tightness that used to linger. One participant in a 2022 Frontiers in Aging study described it best. I didn't realize how weak my legs had become until they started feeling strong again. That simple transformation, regaining control of your body, changes more than just how you move. It changes how you live, restoring the foundation of strength. The partnership of D3 and K2 isn't about adding more pills to your day. It's about restoring a natural process your body once managed on its own. Youthful strength isn't just muscle, it's communication between nerve, bone, and fiber. These two vitamins bring that communication back online. When taken consistently, they help rebuild bone density, support joint flexibility, and enhance coordination, the three pillars of mobility that define independence in later life. Combined with B12, D3, and K2, complete the trio of nutrients that keep the nervous, muscular, and skeletal systems working in harmony. As science continues to uncover their benefits, one thing is certain: your body still remembers how to be strong. It just needs the right signals, the right nutrients, and the right timing to do its job. When the sun sets and your body begins its nightly repair cycle, D3 and K2 step in quietly, rebuilding what time has worn down, easing pain, restoring balance, and giving strength back to every step you take. Your legs are more than just a way to move. They are the foundation of independence, freedom, and dignity in later life. Every steady step represents health, confidence, and self-respect. When the legs weaken, life begins to shrink, not only in movement, but also in joy and self-assurance. The good news is this: your body can recover as long as it's given the right nutrients at the right time. The three key vitamins, B12, D3, and K2, are the golden trio that reconnect the body's core systems, nerves, muscles, and bones. B12 restores the communication between the brain and muscles. D3 activates muscle repair and reduces inflammation. And K2 directs calcium into the bones, strengthening your foundation. When taken together at night, they work in harmony during your body's deepest recovery phase, so you wake up with stronger legs, better balance, and renewed energy. Make this a nightly habit, not as a quick fix, but as an act of self-care, a small ritual that honors your future well being. Taking care of your legs today is an investment in the years of strength and independence ahead. If you found this video helpful, share it so more seniors can rediscover their strength. Leave a comment telling us your age, where you're watching from, and which vitamins you currently take. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to receive personalized health advice that keeps your legs and your whole body strong, flexible, and full of life at any age.